John Oakes here with HANKSTERS Hot Rods, coming from our Pennsylvania showroom here, bringing to you our newest addition to our inventory. This is a 1969 Hugger Orange Camaro. I believe this is an SS style, not a real SS, but styled after one. And as we do with all of our cars, we're going to start with the underside, work our way from the back all the way up to the front here. So starting at the rear, the fuel tank. Very nice fuel tank. Looks like it's pretty new. Now they did spray it all black just so that it all conforms with the underside of the car here. But all the mounting hardware, the straps, the bolts, that all looks to be in really good condition as well on the car. Multi-leaf rear suspension. This is a GM 10-bolt rear end. Now out here at the ends here, this is a four-wheel disc brake car. So that makes it real nice. Just all GM components. But yes, four-wheel disc brakes in this car. Also, to get the power to the pavement on this car, they do have Cooper Cobra radial GT tires on all four corners. Now I will say this, on the back they have a set of 15-inch wheels. On the front we have 14-inch wheels there. And you'll see that when we get to the outside of the car, you'll see that little bit of difference there on those. But all the tread, as you can see on the tires, just like new here. So again, tires are good. You won't have to replace the tires on this unless you're a little heavy-footed on the right gas pedal there. So anyways, moving on, we've got pretty much a full dual exhaust all the way from the long tube headers all the way back to the tailpipes here. Now this looks to be all new exhaust. All the pipes are in excellent condition. We've got the two mufflers back here. Looks like these are all brand new tailpipes as well. All the hangers are in place also, and they have them bent and exiting out between the leaf spring and that rear quarter panel. So again, everything nicely done so far that we see here. The other thing too that we can mention as far as the 10-bolt rear, this is the Big 10. So this does have the 8.5 ring gear. And the way you know that is the way that these housings are done. When they have these big tabs down here at the bottom of the housing, that signifies your Big 10, the 8.5-inch ring gear. So with that, we'll go ahead and move up underneath the center of the car. All right, now standing underneath the center of our 69 Camaro here. Just a couple more things to kind of touch on underneath here. Again, you can see that exhaust here now a lot better now that we're under the center of the car. Again, those are all new tubes back here. Again, coming from the headers back to your mufflers. And then as I mentioned before, those tailpipes, those have got to all be new. Again, they got the drive shaft painted black. Most of the cars we have coming through here, they do that. So it all blends in here with the underside of the car. The floor pans look to be in really good shape on this car too. Driver's side, I don't see any signs of any patching or any replacement panels there. On the passenger side, they look to be good and solid too. I do see one patch right back here at the very back side here, but they used a small section of the correct stamped steel pan. So they just, put in what they needed to put in. They've got it seam sealed real nice. So they did a good job of it just by, replacing what absolutely they needed replaced. You see here on both sides, they've got the frame connectors in here to help stiffen the car up some. Those bolt in and weld in up here to your front subframe here. And as you can see there, the front subframe, from what we can see, is in really good shape too. It's all straight, it's not banged up, everything's all good and square here. As we look up in, I know camera won't pick this up, but as we look up into where your body mount bolts are, your bushings there, those are in good shape. They're not smushed out, they're not cracked or dry rotted. They're, fairly new and good. As far as transmission cross member, you can see that here. It's all nice and straight. You've got the transmission mount up top here. That's the rubber bushing. It's in good shape, good and solid. And this is a turbo 350 automatic transmission that they have in here. And it looks to be all dry underneath here. You don't see any wet spots anywhere around the pan or anywhere else on the transmission. Now again, this turbo 350, it's mounted up to a small block Chevy motor here. And again, you see those long tube headers coming down off of it back into that all new exhaust there. So, all right, we're now underneath the front end of our car. So we'll just go around from side to side here with our components up front. And then we'll be able to lower it down off the lift. So again, up front here, as I mentioned, we've got Cooper Cobra radial GT tires. Again, the front wheels are 14-inch wheels versus the 15s that they have on the back. I would just assume they did that just to give it a little bit of a rake there front to back. This is front disc brakes also, so if you recall, we had disc brakes on the rear also. So we've got a power 4-wheel disc brake car here, which makes it really nice. Components easy to find also. That's just all stock GM components. Again, your front suspension, all the factory stamped steel components. So your lower control arms, upper A-arms, all stock factory components. Spindles as well, stock factory. Shocks and springs. Now they elected to upgrade the front end of the car here, so we have a set of QA1 coilover shocks and springs up here. So again, you can adjust ride heights on this car just by turning a spanner nut on these front shocks. Makes it real nice there, so you can lower it, set, again, like I said, set your ride height a little different, depending on what you're, planning on doing with the car. Again, the cross member on this car in very nice shape. Power steering as well. So the whole front end of this car, just a real nice setup here. Now to go along with those QA1 coilovers up front, I did fail to mention on the back, they have a set of air shocks on the back. So that gives you the capability of raising and lowering the back end too. So if you like a little lower ride, you can do that with this car. So, and the only other thing really to mention up here, again, you have that front air dam or chin strap that they call it. So that's really about all there is to go over underneath the car. What we'll do now is we'll go ahead and get this off the lift for you, and then we'll take you around our walk around there with the outside of the car. Here we are now, we've got our 1969 Camaro down off the lift, so we'll go ahead and do our walk around video now for you. Just, pinpointing out a few things that we see as we walk around the car. So obviously you see now, since it's off the lift, we have this very nice Hugger orange exterior. Again, very popular color here. It is an SS style car. Can't really say it's a real SS, but it's got all the styling cues that one would have. We've got the black SS hockey stripes on here, and those are vinyl. They're not painted on, so they are vinyl. 350 front fender emblems. You've got the steel 2-inch cowl induction hood, and that does have the cowl induction emblems up here on both sides. You've got the Camaro script emblem on the back side of the front fender here as well. Wheel lip moldings, both front and back, and as I mentioned when the car was on the lift, we have 14-inch wheels on the front, and as we get to the back, you'll see we have 15. So you'll see just a little variance in size there. Cooper Cobra tires, front and rear, we've already mentioned that. 215/70 or 14s up front. And then as you can see down here, you have the trim that goes all the way down the rocker panel. That's in real good shape, very straight. No dents or dings or any marks of any kind on that, just real nice. We got the drip rail moldings here also. Again, all of the bright work on this car is in very good shape. No dents, dings, any rub marks or scratches like that. We've got both mirrors, both the driver and the passenger side mirror on this car. And we'll just get to the back of the door here. We'll open this up, take a look here. And what we have here, again, orange inside of the doors, just like on the outside. Got the little rubber bump stops here on the door. The weather stripping and seals around the door, those are in excellent shape too. There's no tears or anything out of those. So those should all seal up very well. Door panels are all mounted in just as they should be. All the screws are along the bottom of the door panels. Your threshold plates or your door sill plates here, those are in excellent shape as well. Even the little rubber door jamb U-seals here is in good shape. Again, all factory vinyl, black interior in this car. The factory dash, factory instrumentation. We've got the 120 mile an hour speedo and the fuel gauge in over there. This does have the automatic center console in it with the horseshoe shifter. It does have a sports style steering wheel in it and a column mount tack in there as well. A Blaupunk radio, that's an AM FM CD player in this car, and the factory heater controls. And this car has the Astro ventilation as well. Now this car, one thing we don't see in it, we don't see your seat belts here on the front seats. They are present in the back seats, and you do have the shoulder harness that's mounted up here along the headliner, but no seat belts down here at the seats. So we'll go ahead and close the door up. The door shuts real nice for you there. You've got those shark gill accent pieces back here on the rear quarters. And then again, as I said, wheel lip moldings on the back. You've got 15-inch rally wheels, and then these are 255/60 R15 tires. Again, Cooper Cobras, and we've already mentioned when it was up on the lift, tread on these are like new, so no problem with the tires there. And then that brings us to the rear of the car. All right, now that we're around the back side of our 69 Camaro SS style here, not a whole lot on the back end of this car to really go over, so we'll just kind of start with our trunk fitment. You can see the gaps there around the trunk, all very uniform here, so trunk fitment is pretty good on this car. You've got that rear trunk spoiler on. Again, not a blacked out tail panel. Again, you usually only saw that typically on like your big block cars, which this is not. So that's why you see the solid color of the car. Your taillight bezels, those are in excellent shape. The lenses also in excellent shape. So that stuff's probably all new. Again, there's no cracks or any chips out of those. Very nice condition there. And again, beautifully chromed rear bumper here. You can see that. Again, no rub marks, no dents, no dings, nothing like that. So beautiful chrome back here. And again, you've got that SS tail panel emblem back here. So we'll go ahead and open the trunk up. And as we open that up, you see that the underside of the trunk lid painted the same as the car. You got that hunter orange paint underneath there. And then the inside of the trunk got the correct black and aqua trunk spatter paint in here. Trunk pan itself, very nice condition. There's no patches, it's all one piece, just all solid. Again, nicely finished off with that trunk spatter paint. And then of course the trunk weather seal here. Again, all pretty much new here. There's no cracks or any, dry cracking or anything like that on this. So again, sealing up, not going to be an issue from the elements here. So we'll go ahead and close this up now, and then we'll continue on around the other side of the car and then end up at the front. All right, now we're on the passenger side of the car. Again, everything that we just went over on the driver's side rings true for the passenger side as well. So real quickly, we'll just touch on these things again. The rear wheel lip moldings, the 15-inch steel rally wheels on the back with the 255/60 R15 Cooper Cobra rubber back here. Again, there's sharp gill accent pieces back here on the quarter panel. And then again, the drip rail moldings up around the window. As I mentioned, again, all that bright work is all in excellent condition. As you can see there's no dents or dings, anything like that on that. Again, I've already mentioned the mirrors on both sides, both driver and passenger. And again, door fitment. You can take a look at the gaps here, back and the front side. Not too bad on this car. Also, elevation, very good too over here. Again, that trim piece along the bottom, very straight on this car too. We'll open this side up now. Take a look here. Also, again, you've got the little rubber bump stop up here. The weather stripping is all in good shape. There's no cracks or tears or chunks out of that. Door panels are in good condition also. And again, just like the other side, all the screws to mount the bottom of the door panel, those are in place and are in good shape. Seat covers, good shape also. There's no cracks, no tears, nothing like that present on this car. The dash pad itself, there's no cracks or tears in that either. Again, we've already been over everything on the interior here. You even have the little grab handle up here right above the glove box here on the passenger side. So again, headliners tucked up nice and tight. And carpeting's in very good shape. So that's pretty much it for the interior of the car. Close that door up. Door shuts real nice there, nice solid thud there like it should have. As we work our way towards the front again, we've got the Camaro script emblem again here on the back side of the fender. Wheel lip molding on the front, the 14-inch steel rally wheels, the Cooper Cobra Radial GTs up front, and again those are 215/70 R14s. And then that brings us to the front where we have our 350 front fender emblem, and again that black SS hockey stripe that is done in vinyl. Okay, finally now ending up here at the front end of our 69 Camaro. Again, you have that very recognizable front end here. Got the blacked out grille, got the SS emblems right in the center of the grille. Your headlight bezels, those are in good shape on this car as well. Again, chrome front bumper, just like the back one, very beautifully chromed there. Again, just very nice. There's no dings, no scratches, no rub marks or anything. Just real nice chrome. Down below a little further here, you've got the driving lights underneath. Those lenses are in excellent shape. There's no cracks or chips out of those. And then you also have that black front air dam, or the chin strap that they sometimes will call that. That 2-inch steel cowl induction hood. Again, the fitment on that, you can kind of see the gaps the whole way around. Very uniform the whole way around. Hood fitment, very nice on the car. We'll go ahead and open the hood now, and we'll show you the power plant. And under the hood here, we're going to have a 350. It's a non-original motor. It is a Target Master or Goodwrench crate motor, 350 cubic inch crate motor. The insignia on the back of it, you'll see it reads Heco in Mexico. So those were made down in Mexico. Some of the overrun of those blocks were made down there and then put in the cars. But again, it is a Goodwrench Target Master 350 crate engine in this car. You can see the underside of the hood all painted up just like the top side of the car, the Hugger orange paint there. Of course, your inner fenders and your cowl, those are all done black. Now again, on our motor, we have matching air cleaner and valve covers. So Edelbrock chrome air cleaner and valve covers. We have a Holley single feed 4-barrel carburetor, and that is an electric choke there on that carburetor as well. A wind aluminum intake, that's going to help get the fuel down through the motor like it should. Got a chrome alternator bracket just to kind of help dress things up a little bit. Now again, this is a power brake car, and that's 4-wheel disc brakes and power steering. It does have the long tube headers on it, going back through that brand new dual exhaust that we showed you on the underside video. It's got a stock style radiator with the plastic fan shroud here to help cool things down up here. Mechanical fuel pump, again, heater lines are hooked up, and you can see the upper A-arms here, which is all the stock stamped suspension components on this car. So that's really about it as far as under the hood goes.